All right, we'll go ahead and call the meeting to order.
Rachel?
Here.
Katie?
Here.
Sarah?
Here.
Jeff Cornell? James?
Here.
Carrie?
Here.
Jeff Weaver?
Here. All right, if everyone will stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and then remain standing for a moment of silence for armed services personnel, and our pledge will be led by Miss Clays and Mrs. Scheiber's class.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I promise to be helpful, to be kind, to be happy, and to never give up.
Thank you. You guys did an awesome job. Will you come along here so we can shake your hands, please? Start right over here. There you go.
Good job.
Excellent job. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
Excellent job. Thank you for coming.
Nice job.
Excellent job. Thank you for coming. Excellent job. Thank you. Excellent job. Excellent job. Thank you.
Good job.
You guys, great job.
Right up in front, face this way, yep. Yeah, come here, face that way.
Line right up along here.
Now face that way.
There you go.
Over the camera. Camera guy's over here to the right.
Smile for your moms and dads.
Over here, guys.
Over there, Mr. Keck.
Over here, guys.
Over towards Mr. Keck.
Over here, guys.
Over here. There you go. There you go.
Right here.
Look at Mr. Keck.
Smile. Nice job.
All right. Did everybody?
Uh-oh. Get moms.
Moms and dad, any more pictures? All right. Great job.
Nice job.
Stick around.
If any of the parents want to leave, we'll take a brief recess and allow you guys to file on out. But you're welcome to stay. Are there any items to be added or changed to the agenda?
There is not.
We'll move on to recognition and acknowledgement. Ski team, Coach Gary Kanza, hopefully I said that right. Will you please bring your team forward and introduce them to us? And tell us about your season, please.
Oh, yeah, surgery.
All right, I'll start first. My sophomore, Raina Robo. She's quite a skier, really technical student of the sport, and she keeps getting faster. This year, last year, she almost qualified for the state meet by one person. She missed by one person. This year, she almost podiumed in the state meet by one person. 10th of a second, I think, is all it was. But I'm really looking forward to working and seeing you progress for the next couple of years. And my junior, Keaton Abraham, Big Keat, you probably all know him from playing football, but he's a heck of a skier as well. And this year he made All-State. He was 4th in the GS, so he made the All-State team. And almost state champion. Came close. He won the first run and had a little mishap second run, but that's the way it goes in skiing. And then my senior, Clover Hamilton, she's she loves to practice. The week before the state meet, she kept bugging me. I gotta practice. I said, Clover, you need a day off. So anyway, she did pretty good. She's made all-state team, 6th in the slalom. So.
Good.
And I just want to say to these guys, they're not just good athletes and good skiers, they're also exceptional students. I mean, Raina Keaton 4.0, Clover 3.5. I think that's pretty remarkable to combine academics and sports together, so.
Good job, Keith.
Now, is this the result of?
No, this was a while ago.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Coach.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, thank you, Coach.
Congratulations.
All right, we'll move on to wrestling. Assistant coach Casey Stradling. Coach, if you'll bring up your athletes and introduce them, please.
Yeah, come on up. So this is also assistant coach, Dan Cornish. He helped me out. He's been helping me out for the last 2 years. Jerry is sorry he couldn't be here. He traveled to see his son in the conference tournament over the weekend, so I'm taking over in his stead. But this year had another great wrestling season. I kind of transitioned in more of the coaching role. Thank you to Jerry. He allowed that to happen this year. And so I've gotten to know these outstanding athletes through the year a little bit better. So the year we started out a little rocky. We got some of our football team back late because of a great run into the finals. But once we got everybody back in, we started trucking like we usually do. Our season was, I believe, 26-6 in dual meet record, which is pretty outstanding with our strength of schedule. And the 6 of our qualifiers, we had 5 up here, obviously. Ty Benzinger, I'll just start with him. He is our Lowen senior, state qualifier / state champion. Last year, he also qualified and he took 3rd. So he's been a very strong part of our team. This year, he won the state championship in strong fashion. He was undefeated up into regionals, lost in the regional finals, and then ended up competing against that same individual in the state finals and winning. He did happen to have an accident in the finals and was put on his head. He won because the kid did an illegal move, which is unfortunate, but it's just part of the rules, and I honestly believe that Ty was on his way to winning that state championship outright anyway. So I wish he was here, but I will see him. I'm sure he's playing baseball right now or trying out for the baseball team. We'll start moving down with from here. So we'll start with Jason Kranick. He is our only freshman that qualified, and as a qualifier, I believe his record was 30-11, which is a very good, respectable record. He wrestled at 120 for us most of the year, and then made the cut down to 113. And it was a great choice for him. He made a great run. Was very competitive against some of the best kids, highly ranked kids in the state through districts and regionals, and was a match away from medaling. So he's well on his way to being on that podium next year. Very proud of this young man and what he's done so far. Okay, Caden Sides is the next. He is a junior. He's a returning qualifier also. Last year made the state tournament, had a great run. He lost in his first 2 bouts, but it usually tends to happen your first time in. And you learn from it. He did put a lot of work into the summer. He was rehabbing an injury and made it back just in time for our season. Unfortunately, missed the football season entirety, but made it in for our season and had a great season. I believe he was 36-7. 36-6. That's close. 36-6. And they don't forget their losses. That's good. So 36-6, had another great run. I know he's not happy with where he ended, but I mean, no wrestler really is unless they're on the top of the podium. But he was a match away from medaling. Lost in the blood round, which is usually the hardest one to lose in. And but I'm certain that he's going to put in the time. I know he's already talking about competing in the off season, between I'm sure football workouts and everything else. So I know he's going to do great things for us. He believes in himself. He knows that he's going to be at the top of the podium. So I wouldn't believe anything less. All right. Okay, let's go right down. We'll just go right down the line. Zane Willoughby, a sophomore, one of our 2 sophomores that qualified. From day one, this guy believed that he was a state champ. And as a matter of fact, he believed it last year when he went out in 2. He said, "Oh, next year I'm going to win the thing." And you can't really do anything but believe him because he really does believe everything he says. So I was just along for the ride. He put in the time. He wrestled his way through a season that he was injured about a little bit early, probably within the first 3 weeks. Had a pretty serious ankle injury. Missed maybe, possibly a third of his matches that he could have gotten. But when he got back in there, he started up right away, started really working hard, as usual, and got himself to the ranked number 1 in the state. So he was ranked number 1 half the year. We got into the postseason, and he hit some bumps and hiccups, and took a couple losses to really good kids. And those kids ended up being ranked above him. He worked his way into the regional tournament, took 4th, which is below what he wanted to do. He's upset, obviously, but still, he come away with that tournament. He was believing he was going to win the whole thing. So he definitely believes in himself. We get to the state tournament, and he took out the first seed right off the bat, 2-1, and then continued through the tournament, beating higher ranked kids than himself. And eventually in the finals, he took out the kid that he lost to in the regional finals to win the state championship. His final record, I believe, was, correct me if I'm wrong, 31-3, I think, actually. 31-3. So what a great season for a state champ. My first state champ is somewhat of an interim coach, so it was really nice to experience that. When he got that, it was really exciting for me. Really excited for him. He came off and pulled me up off my feet and about threw me over top of him. I thought I was going for a ride for a second. But, so next one down the line, Jaron Benzinger is our 2nd sophomore. So we got a great group of kids here coming back, obviously. But this was his 2nd time being a state medalist. Last year as a freshman, he took 4th. At 106, and then he put on some pounds like the Benzingers tend to do. His brother went from 106 and ended up at 190, so who knows where he's going. But at 126 this year, had a great season. 1 loss through most of the year, and that was during, I think the 1 loss he took was to the number 1 ranked kid for most of the season, and that was at our first big tournament where we tend to get our teeth kicked in a little bit, which isn't a plan. It was a great tournament, good kids, good competition. But he took 1 loss there and then went the rest of the season and won out and got his way into the finals at the state tournament. Just was on a roll. You could tell by looking at him. He was on a mission, and that mission was to win a state tournament. And he works very hard to do that. So I expected no less when he got there, but it doesn't always work out that way. He got to the finals and he found out that other people had plans too, and he had a senior in his way, and that kid was tough. So Jaron, I know, fell a little short, but it's nice to see this young man smiling again, because I know after those first few days of falling short of your goals, after putting in all the time, it does take some time to add up what happened, and I know he will. I know exactly what he needs to do and what he knows what he has to do to get there, and he will put the time in, the extra time to get there. So Jaron Benzinger, I believe 39-2 was his final record this year, 2nd in the state. Okay, next in the line, Sunny LaFond. She is one of our juniors. She has been a great part of our team. She wrestled 113 for us all year at the team, and one thing different about her, she got to wrestle in the girls' state championships and she's done that for the past 3 years. For her freshman year, she was a state runner-up. So one other girl beat her. Her sophomore year, state runner-up. The same girl beat her. And she was starting to grit her teeth a little bit, and she said, "This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna listen to everything you guys have to say as coaches. I'm gonna do everything I have to do." And this year, she kind of stormed through the boys. She only wrestles, one of the very few girls in this, probably the state, that wrestles on our boys roster and wrestles all boys. She goes to all the boys tournaments. Most of the girls go to their, at least at that state level, they wrestle at girls tournaments, individual tournaments, and they accumulate really good records. But Sonia was able to wrestle through all our boys tournaments and have a 27-7 record, which is pretty amazing. So she went through her girls state tournament and pinned or teched everybody into the finals, and then picked early. Sadly I didn't get to sit in the corner with her because we had two of our wrestlers wrestling at the same time, but I was watching both kind of anxiously, and she was picking that girl apart from Grand Haven, and ended up having a great season, ended out with as a state champ at 115 for the girls. So Sunny LaFon. And let's see, well, I already talked about Ty. So, a lot of good things. Everybody here that's standing here in front of you is gonna be back with me next year as the coach and Coach Cornish. So we're really looking forward to next year. They're all talking about training in the summer, training in Freestyle Greco, which is coming up in a couple weeks, and see how many of these guys will go out to Fargo. Also, Jaron was already a Fargo All-American, which is a pretty big deal. We go out there every year and wrestle. So Freestyle Greco is our international styles of wrestling, so it's a little bit different, but it's a lot of fun too. So Gaylord is always, as far as I know, I've been here for 3 years, by the way. But the last 3 years, I've been able to travel with them out to Fargo, North Dakota, and we take several kids out there to wrestle some of the best kids in the nation. It's been a great experience, and I know several of these young athletes aspire to be there. So it's gonna be a fun year. I'm looking forward to next year and coaching all these four and several other very talented athletes that are coming back to our program in the future.
Jaren's just coming across. He knows the drill.
He knows.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Congratulations, Sonny.
Good job, honey.
Congratulations, son. Good to see you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Great job.
Congratulations.
Good job.
Well done.
Congratulations.
Proud of you. Good to
Awesome
see you.
job.
Great.
Nice job.
You guys are welcome to head out if you'd like. You're welcome to stay as well. Come on, be the first. Everybody leaves.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Wait, Zach's not showing.
What's that?
He's not showing. He's sick.
Oh, okay.
That's my understanding, anyway.
I don't even have that on my.
Okay, you're good. Good, then you're good.
Okay. All right. MASB recognition. Excuse me. Sarah Kapinski has reached level 2 with the award of merit. Congratulations, Sarah.
Congratulations.
Do I
I
get to
said,
shake
did you?
everybody's hand?
You compare anything?
You can if you want.
You can have the full. All right, personnel. We have new hires. We have Gaylord Middle School Secretary Mary, I don't even want to try to pronounce that name. She's not here, all right, good. Gaylord High School Assistant Track Coaches Jeremy Savoy and Dan Moylan, and bus driver Joseph Beebe. Are any of those individuals here? Nope.
Okay.
Retirements, Gaylord High School Counselor Jeff Ravella, Gaylord High School Teacher Jeff Rokop, South Maple Elementary Teacher Ryan Book, South Maple North Ohio Teacher Pat Jarvie, and Gaylord Middle School Teacher Rebecca Yates. They will all retire at the end of the year. Resignations, we have resignation from Gaylord Middle School Secretary Diane Hartman, Educational Assistant Kathleen Moran, and Gaylord JV Volleyball Head Coach Sydney Kasuba. And we have our first public input. We have no public input. We'll move on to the consent agenda. We have board minutes from March 7th, 2024, special board meeting minutes. Treasurer's report, general fund and athletic fund bills in the amount of $3.2 million. Cafeteria fund bills in the amount of $108,000. And sinking fund bills in the amount of $8,800. That is the end of the consent agenda, so it is recommended that the board approve the consent agenda as presented.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
I'll second it.
Anybody have any questions on the consent agenda?
Rachel?
Yes.
Katie?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
James?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Jeff Weaver?
Yes. New and unfinished business. We have the 2023-24 budget amendment number 1. It is recommended that the board approve the 2023-24 budget amendment number 1 as presented.
I'll make a motion to approve the 2023-2024 budget amendment number 1 as presented.
I'll second.
Any questions?
Rachel?
Yes.
Katie?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
James?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Jeff Weaver?
Yes. All right, motion carries. Bus bids. It is recommended that the board approve the bid from Zaremba Equipment in the amount of $279,000 for 2 buses as presented.
I'll make a motion to approve the bus bids as presented.
I'll second it.
Any questions on the bus bid? Okay.
Rachel?
Yes.
Katie?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
James?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Jeff?
Yes, motion carries. Snow removal bid. It is recommended that the board approve the 24 through 26 snow removal RFP from Total Lawn Care of Gaylord for the amount of $648,041.25 as presented.
I will make the motion to approve the snow removal of Total Lawn Care of Gaylord as presented.
I'll second it.
Any questions on the snow removal?
Rachel?
Yes.
Katie?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
James?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Jeff Weaver?
Yes, motion carries. Ground services. It is recommended that the board approve the 2024 through 2026 ground services RFP from Collins Lawn Care LLC for the amount of $326,680 as presented.
I'll make a motion to approve the ground services with Total Lawn Care. I'm sorry,
Collins.
Collins Lawn Care.
I'll second it.
Any questions?
Rachel?
Yes.
Katie?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
James?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Jeff Weaver?
Yes, motion carries. Leave of absence. It is recommended that the board approve the leave of absence for Becky Brand as presented.
I'll make a motion to approve the leave of absence of Becky Brand as presented.
I'll second.
Any questions? Okay.
Rachel?
Yes.
Katie?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
James?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Jeff Weaver?
Yes. Second leave of absence, it is recommended that the board approve the leave of absence request for Rebecca Snodgrass as presented.
I'll make a motion to approve the leave of absence for Rebecca Snodgrass. I'll second it.
Questions?
Rachel?
Yes.
Katie?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
James?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Jeff Weaver?
Yes. Motion carries. SEAB committee members, it is recommended that the board approve the SEAB committee members as presented.
I'll make a motion to approve the SCAB committee as presented.
I'll second it.
Questions?
Rachel?
Yes.
Katie? Yes. Sarah?
Yes.
James?
Yes.
Carrie?
Yes.
Jeff?
Yes, and just, you will send out those, all that communication will happen tomorrow?
Morning, I'll send out a invite letter to those members. Once I get all their responses of a yes, then I will email the rest of the applicants and thank them for their interest, and that we'll keep them on file.
Okay,
Thank you, Mr. Cook.
all right. Public input, we had none before, so we have none now. We have our snow day contest. This time we had a snow day, but not enough snow to build a snowman, so we had a drawing
Nope, this
Nope.
is still our snow day.
Oh, it's
That was
still,
the
still
snowman
snow day.
before.
Meeting before, so
Oh.
we
We
had
never did do the drawing one.
2:15.
oh, I thought we did a drawing one.
No,
didn't we?
well, we did, but then we had 2 snow days after. So
Oh.
this is the 2:15, we're gonna let you draw the snow day contest, and then we had a 2:16 with them back
Oh.
to back ones.
Oh,
Oh,
Ethan Mund.
Okay, and then I'll let you.
James, no, you draw names.
come on, just pick it.
After
Your last time, so it's your
Drum roll.
turn.
Oh, did you have Taylor and Riley Domer?
Domer, I think it is, yeah.
Nice.
So I'll contact you
All right,
tomorrow.
congratulations to them.
That's great.
So, gift card.
All right, we're gonna move into a closed sessions. It is recommended the board go into closed session according to section 8C of the Open Meetings Act for the purpose of discussing negotiations of a collective bargaining agreement. So we'll need a first and a second to go into
Make a
close.
motion to go to closed session.
I'll second it.
Take a pick.
Rachel,
Yes.
Katie,
Yes.
Sarah,
Yes.
James,
Stay.
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes.
and Jeff.
Yes, motion carries, so we're gonna go in and talk about some stuff and we'll be back out to adjourn the
Be out
meeting.
15.
And Jeff, you might want to
What's that?
mention there's no action being taken, so after that we're
You
going
can or
to
you
minutes.
don't have to.
Okay.
Because we're gonna come out, we're not, there's no
We're-
business
We're all
afterwards.
done
so
with the
you're-
main
You're welcome
portion
to
of our
go.
meeting, no action to be taken.
I'll stay if you want.
You don't need to.